Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin, and today we're bringing you something powerful, heartfelt, and deeply human. Because the legendary Sally Field, now 78, is finally opening up like never before. Not just about her iconic career, but about the six men who left unforgettable marks on her heart and shaped her into the woman the world has come to admire. From young love to complicated fame, from passion to heartbreak, and from family pain to moments of healing, this is the emotional truth behind a life that's seen more than just red carpets and awards. So stay with us through every moment, because what Sally reveals here is raw, real, and more relatable than you might imagine. Her journey begins long before the spotlight found her. Back in a childhood that was far from easy, the first man who unknowingly impacted her life in both painful and lasting ways was her stepfather. Jock Mahoney, an actor and famous stuntman with a striking presence. But behind closed doors, life with him was filled with confusion, fear, and emotional damage. Sally later revealed in her memoir that his presence was not one of comfort, but of dominance, a shadow that lingered through her formative years. It was through surviving those early wounds that Sally first learned how to protect herself, how to navigate male energy, and how to recognize when something that looks strong on the outside can still feel so broken on the inside. The second man to enter her story was Stephen Craig, her high school sweetheart, who later became her first husband. They married young, still barely adults, and together they built what looked like the foundation of a traditional life. With two sons and a home, for a time it offered Sally the stability she thought she wanted. But as her acting career began to blossom, first through shows like Gidget and in The Flying Nun, she found herself changing, growing, craving something more than suburban domesticity. Though the marriage didn't survive the transformation, Sally has always spoken of Stephen with a sense of calm respect, acknowledging that he gave her love at a time when she was still learning what it meant to feel safe. The third man, and arguably the most famous chapter in her romantic life, was Burt Reynolds. Their relationship is legendary in Hollywood history, marked by immense passion and a fiery, complex bond that lit up headlines for years. But behind the charm and star power, Sally found herself pulled into something far more controlling than she expected. Burt was charismatic, magnetic, and fiercely protective, but also manipulative in ways that slowly eroded her sense of identity. She later admitted that being with him was like losing pieces of herself one by one. Still, she cared for him deeply, and even after their separation, the emotional weight lingered for years. Their love was real but toxic, unforgettable, yet impossible to sustain. And the experience left scars that shaped how she approached love ever since. The fourth man in Sally's life wasn't a lover, but a teacher. Someone who saw what Hollywood couldn't see yet: her soul, her power, and her ability to dive deep into the human condition. His name was Lee Strasberg, the iconic acting coach who helped Sally transition from being seen as a lightweight TV darling into a force of nature on the big screen. He challenged her, demanded honesty from her performances, and taught her that acting wasn't about pretending. It was about truth. Through him, she began to peel away layers of insecurity and step into roles that redefined her career. Then came the man who truly believed in her potential, director Martin Ritt. When he cast her in Norma Rae, everything changed. Martin didn't just give her a job, he gave her permission to show the world her depth, her conviction, her raw emotional honesty. Sally says it was Martin's faith in her that finally made her believe she was capable of greatness. It was the moment she stopped being just another pretty face and started becoming a voice, a symbol, and an artist in her own right. The fifth man to leave a deep impression on her life was Alan Greisman, her second husband, a producer who entered her world when she was older, wiser, and more cautious. They married in 1984 and welcomed the son together. Sam, for a time it felt like maybe, just maybe, Sally had found a kind of mature, understanding love that would last. But even that relationship eventually wore thin, quietly ending in divorce in 1994. Still, she speaks of Alan with appreciation, especially for the way they continued to co-parent and support each other despite no longer being together romantically. And that brings us to the sixth and perhaps most profound male figure in Sally's life, her youngest son. Sam Griesman. Sally has always been an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ rights. But it wasn't just public activism, it was personal. Sam came out as gay in a world that still wasn't always welcoming. And Sally stood by him without hesitation. But what's even more powerful is how she says Sam taught her how to love more deeply, to listen without judgment, and to understand what it means to offer true unconditional support. He opened her eyes to a world of courage and pride that she had only seen from a distance, and in doing so, he became a mirror for her own evolution. Sally often says that being a mother to Sam made her a better human being. It softened her in the best ways and gave her a mission beyond the screen. These 6 men, each so different, each offering love in their own way, brought with them joy, pain, growth, and transformation. From first loves to first heartbreaks, from mentors to her own children. They all helped build the mosaic of Sally Field's remarkable life. Now at 78, Sally stands not just as a 2-time Oscar winner, not just as a television icon or a beloved Hollywood star, but as a survivor, a truth teller, and a woman who found strength in vulnerability and clarity in reflection. Her story isn't just about who she loved. It's about how she turned every lesson into wisdom, every heartbreak into courage, and every relationship into a stepping stone toward her most authentic self. And if you've been touched by this beautiful emotional journey through Sally Field's life, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, and press the bell icon because these are the real stories that shape the stars we think we know.